Hello, Tim. Thank you for saying yes to a video testimony. I appreciate it. Tim Rogers is the managing partner of Northwest Arkansas for 49 Financial. So, a wealth manager, by trade, and is also just very busy growing an office. A lot of people on the team, and so thank you for saying yes to this video testimony. We've been working together for 8 months. I can't believe it's been that long.
Yeah, man. And time flies. Time flies when you're having fun. So
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, Tim, I said this even before we hit record, but one reason I've enjoyed working with you is because you're a go-getter. You listen to podcasts, you read books, you've got a lot of things figured out. And so why did you decide to hire a coach? I mean, what was your before state before you said, you know what, it's time I get a coach?
yeah, absolutely. Well, prior to coaching, I felt like my life in business, a lot of the spaces that are really important to me, marriage, business, you name it. There's a lot of good things going on. I had mentors, leadership development within and outside my organization, but I just felt like, man, things were going really, really good. And for me personally, going deeper, just trying to take it from good to great in the busyness of life, busyness of growing a business, having a great marriage, about to enter fatherhood. I just found it really important, man, what could I do to just develop myself more? Because as a leader, if I get better, everything else around me gets better. So I was really convicted about that and led me to Corey.
I know you interviewed some other coaches, and I mean, the first time we met was via the interview, because you're in Northwest Arkansas. I'm obviously in Cincinnati. And so we didn't know each other. You interviewed a few different ones. Why did you select working with myself and the Five Capitals content?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's a number of reasons, but I'd say, and I'll list out a few, but the most important reason, I probably interviewed about four different coaches throughout the country, including someone local. And the number one was just the grounding that Corey, you had in just the Lord, and how, first and foremost, you wanted to win at home. For me, I want to be excellent in business. I want to be excellent in the things I'm involved in the community. But what mattered most was home. And so the dynamic of someone saying that you could do it all was really important. And it seemed, though, through your books, through the content, the initial meeting, that yeah, you pursued excellence in all the different aspects of your life. And so that's what I was looking for in a coach.
Well, that's awesome. One thing that you just said, and I get this question a lot, so maybe I'll just ask you. Obviously, I focus on home, but our calls aren't just about home. I mean, we're talking about work. We're talking about your one-on-one meetings with your team. Would you break it down to a percentage, or is there something you could say, like how we talk home and work? I mean, how does that work for that person who's never had a coach that does home and work?
Yeah, man, that's a really hard question. At least from my perspective, it seems as though it's so integrated together. It's oftentimes we kind of put things in a silo, but it seems you don't treat it as an either or, but a yes and. So how do things flow? The idea of a rhythm versus a balance, and a lot of the frameworks you've given have been pretty helpful. But if I had to put a percentage on it, I would say it seems as though probably a 40-60 split between home and business. And that might just be because, the business is what the content that I've asked for throughout most of our sessions. So,
And I think that's it. It's not a silo like, hey, we're going to talk about home for the first 25 minutes, and then we're going to talk about work for the next 35. It's here's a framework, and this is how you use this framework as a husband. This is how you use this framework as a leader at the office. So no, that's a good description. And we've only met once in person. We met when I had a speaking engagement actually in Northwest Arkansas, and was able to actually meet face to face, which was awesome. And I look forward to more of those. Some people think, hey, you can't grow, you can't be vulnerable, you can't grow with a coach or build a relationship via Zoom. Any thoughts on that?
yeah, it's a great question. I think for me, it was maybe pretty simple, just given my role in wealth management. So many of my relationships start over Zoom. And so I think you do a really good job at bringing balancing what I would call the balance of a really good leader. They're able to handle empathy and authority in the same conversation, and that's what kind of leads to that depth and relationship that I think you can capture over Zoom, and then it's just a blast when you get to meet in person. So
Yeah, no, that was fun, and even got to have a cocktail together. So we'll have to hang out more in time, and it's been pretty fun. So Tim, what has been, we're still in the thick of it, so we can't say a before and after, but what has kind of been some of those key takeaways right now that you've experienced as a leader that you can point right to coaching?
yeah, so prior to coming into coaching, the nature of my business is very much I mean, it was in a developed and evolved business, but the market that I'm in was really more of a startup. And so it was just grinding and starting for 2 years. And as I started to see leaders within the organization rise, I found myself, man, I need to depthen my own skill set to be able to actually, see any leadership development within the organization. So I think a very practical, probably the biggest win, just having over the past 8 months within the business, helping me set up a great org chart. And that what that's led to is being able to empower other people within the organization, allow me to focus on driving more things that I should be able to drive, to just continue to get depth out of the business and grow the business. I'd say the second was giving a lot of framework for teachable and scalable leadership development that I can hear from you, and then go take it to the rest of the team. That is very, very applicable for everyone, no matter where they are within their leadership journey. And then just very practically, I think another for me as a Enneagram 3, an achiever, someone to help hold me accountable to winning at home, has I would say those top three: setting up a great org chart, leadership development frameworks, and then just accountability and winning at home has been probably the three big things I'd point to that I've taken away from the 8 months.
Oh, that's cool. One thing I love working about you is we'll talk about something, or I'll teach a concept, and then the next time we talk, it's like, yeah, I shared it with the team. I'm like, what? You share the team that fast? That's pretty cool. So I love quick implementers, right? I mean, we talk about it. Information plus implementation leads that transformation, and you do that because you quickly implement and share with the team, and
Yeah.
which is really good. Anything I missed in my questions or thoughts that you'd want to share with somebody who is considering getting a coach?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. I would just say I think there's probably a range of people that could benefit from having a coach. And I know that you and your team have different levels of when they can engage. And so my encouragement would just be take the conversation and ask a lot of questions. Because if you're looking to get better, getting a coach is a great opportunity. Again, as the leader goes, your organization goes. As the leader goes, your family goes. So I think there's a lot of people that can benefit from what you have to offer.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the friendship, for the business, and it's been fun to see all your success. And there's even more to come. So thanks for letting me be part of the journey.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. I appreciate it.